Hi guys, welcome to Small Farmer Life. Hope you all having an awesome day, and the garage is looking awesome. Got all the doors done, got it all painted, the roof on, the extension done at the back. It's looking great. Now I can get my small van in there to paint it because some threw a rock at my van door. But also the van that I'm going to be converting into a camper has been repaired. All the bumpers and everything are in the garage, and I'm going to be cracking on with finishing this conversion. It's all cleaned out inside, so I'm really looking forward to that. Now guys, if you're thinking about buying some land, you want to start an off-grid lifestyle, maybe a small holding, maybe buy some woodland, start an agroforestry business, think about hitting that subscribe button. Go back, check out some of the videos I've already uploaded to the channel. You'll find some useful information in those videos, and also think about hitting the bell button for future videos. But today we're going to talk about finding land to buy for farming, or starting a small farm, starting a small holding, living an eco lifestyle or an agroforestry lifestyle, whatever it might be. I know what most people do, because they do it when they're looking to buy anything, and that is go online and look on the usual suspect website, UK Land and Farms, woodlands.co.uk, worst site to buy woodlands from, trust me. Facebook Marketplace, Rightmove, that sort of thing. And honestly, if you're looking on those websites, guys, I can guarantee if you do find anything decent, there'll be 30, 40, maybe even 50 people wanting to buy that same piece of land. You'll get into a bidding war, and that's not what you want. Pond is looking amazing. So I've got to walk around and make this video in the field because there's a wasp nest in my cabin where I've got my studio, and I didn't realise that until I set everything up, and then thought there's a kind of few wasps in here, and then I found them down the back of the sofa, and they were just going in and out, and they've made themselves a nice wasp nest in there. So I'm just leave them be, and hopefully they'll leave soon enough. If not, I'm gonna have to do something about them. But yeah guys, most people do the obvious thing, look online. You'll never find it in estate agent windows or anything like that. And anything you see up for auction, honestly guys, that guide price is just to tempt you to the auction. It's not what it's going to sell for. And small parcels of land, when they come online for sale, always attract a lot of potential buyers, because lots of people have the money to buy small plots of land, but not 100-acre plots of land. So like I've said in other videos, you need to get out there and do some door knocking and introducing yourself to the local community where you want to buy land. Now, I know what you're thinking. If farmers and landowners, and I'm not talking about big lords going up their drives and that, because they'll just shoo you off. I'm talking about proper country folk, and not people who've bought second homes in the countryside neither, not those type of people. I'm talking about country folk who may have lived there for generations, who know everybody in the area, because that's the clique you want to get known inside of. And that's why get your name and your phone number and what sort of land you're looking for and how big a plot on lots of little pieces of paper, and hand them out to everybody you speak to. Now, I'm not just talking about going up any farm track on a busy day. I'm talking about end of season, maybe go out on a Sunday, Saturday with your missus and your kid, and talk to them, explain to them what you want to do, be a bit more self-sufficient, raise some animals, start a small holding, whatever it might be. And farmers will talk to you. They are not all this, get off my land, what are you doing, and chasing you with a double barrel shotgun. It's not all that. Farmers live relatively boring lives. They get up really early on the morning, they have a pretty boring job, and they go to bed early on at night. So if you stop and talk to farmers, and I've found most farmers to be helpful, and you're interested in what that farmer does for a living, trust me, farmers will gab onto you. And guess what? farmers know every other farmer in the local area. And if anybody's got some land for sale, they will pass on your number. I can guarantee that there's land within a mile, a couple of miles of where you live right now that you could possibly buy, but it's not online for sale because the person has never even thought about selling it. But you might put it into the person's head, the landowner's head, that they could potentially sell that couple of acre plot of scrubland down the bottom of their farm track that they've never thought about selling before. You might turn up at a bungalow, it might be an older person, maybe the partner's passed away or something like that, and they just can't take care of the land anymore, and they would be willing to sell a couple of acres off to somebody who wants to start a small holding or something like that. And the average age of farmers in the UK is 50, 60, 70 years of age, and nobody's going into farming. And if you're starting a small holding, a small farm, or some other form of rural enterprise, you've got to remember this: those farmers started off somewhere at some point in time. So those farmers will understand that you've got to start somewhere also. And I don't care what anybody says when they say that cheap land is no more. How do they know? Have they been out and asked every single farmer around your local area or whatever it might be? No, they've looked online and that's all they know. They don't understand that there's actual people out there who don't want huge sums of money for small parcels of land that they know is never going to get planning permission for a housing estate or anything like that. But you could potentially get planning permission for a small holding or to stay in a caravan or log cabin or anything like that. And these farmers know that. And these farmers will ask the average price per acre for a small parcel of land. They won't go 50 grand for an acre like some people seem to think they do. It's not like that at all. I've not known anybody who's asked a farmer for land for sale to be charged an exorbitant amount for that land. They've paid around about the national average price per acre. I've got several friends who've all paid around about the national average price per acre. But not just that, but when you buy land next to farms, they know where all the utilities are. They know if the land's got any clawbacks, any covenants, any restrictions, restricting you from doing what you want to do. But remember guys, these farmers and these landowners know what you want to do, so why would they restrict you in any of the activities you want to do? As long as you're not going to be racing motocross on there or doing something stupid like that, they'll be quite happy to sell you a couple of acres of land that they don't actually use, because so much land in the UK is available to buy that is not advertised, and it might be a bit of scrubland, it might have a little part of the field that's a little bit boggy, but the rest of the land is fine. It can't be farmed in the general sense of the word farming as we think about it, like with large tractors and that sort of thing. But as a permaculture farm, a no-dig system with a few polytunnels on there, plant a few trees, you can make that bit of scrubland look like your dream small holding. So honestly guys, get out there, get down those farm tracks that are down those farm tracks, because not all farmland is seen from A roads and B roads. It's just not. And those farm tracks you see coming off the A roads and B roads might have 10, 12, 20 farms down that farm track, and you'll see lots of smaller parcels of land attached to large fields or on the side of large fields that you could possibly buy from those farmers. So if you can strike up a rapport with the local farmers, and all of these farmers meet up at auctions and that sort of thing, they will talk about you popping round and asking them if they've got any land for sale. Now farmers also get lots and lots of letters through the door all the time from solar farms or solar companies wanting to put solar farms and that sort of thing on their land. I should know because I've had 2 of them letters myself, because there's a substation just across there. So they're used to being contacted, but you're going to be meeting them face to face. and they will not chase you from their land. They will be polite to you. The wife will probably come out and talk to you also. People judge people within 3 seconds of meeting them. So if they're talking to you for over 10 minutes or something, that means they've took a liking to you. And if you can just explain in simple terms what you want to do and why you want to do it. You want that healthy food, you want to get your kids away from the iPads, the computer screens, and you want them to live a life that you lived when you were getting brought up. You want them to get muddy, you want them to actually think about nature as a good thing. Guys, I wish I could come out there and help you and just show you how to go about asking farmers if they've got any land for sale, because when I went out and asked farmers if they had any land for sale, I think I asked around about 30 farmers, and I think I was shown about 5 different plots of land for sale of 5 different farmers. This plot of land was a mile away from where I lived, so obviously this was perfect for me. The guy who sold me this land wasn't a farmer. He owned a house next door. He doesn't own it no more. It had 8 acres attached to it. He sold me 6 acres. I only wanted 2.5 acres, but he wouldn't break it up. I'm glad he sold me it all, because I sold half the land right over there for what I paid for all of the land. So I got all of this land and the other fields there for free. You might do the same. And the only person you're going to be dealing with is your solicitor, their solicitor, the seller and yourself. I cannot get this across enough, guys. If you're not willing to ask, shy kids get no sweets, and you will be waiting for years for that perfect plot to come up online, when you could be out there around your local town and that perfect plot could be just around the corner. My name's Craig, you've been watching A Small Farmer Life. Thanks again to all my patrons. Couldn't thank you guys enough, and YouTube members, really appreciate the support. Till next time, keep the faith, guys. Make sure you take care of yourself. Most of all, take care of the family. Be genuine, guys. Bye for now. See you.